हेलो फ्रेंड्स, वेलकम टू बोंग फिजिक्स। आज का टॉपिक नीट 36 इयर्स सॉल्यूशन, चैप्टर यूनिट्स एंड मेजरमेंट्स। तो चलिए शुरू करते हैं। फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन, प्लेन एंगल एंड सॉलिड एंगल हैव dimensions but no units. No units and no dimensions. Both units and dimensions. Units but no dimensions. Plane angle theta equals s by r. Theta, radius r, arc s. Dimension of s l, dimension of r l. So theta is dimensionless, but unit of theta is radian. Okay, now solid angle omega equals area by radius square. Suppose this is the area, this is solid angle omega, radius r, area a. Dimension of area L square, dimension of radius square L square, so dimensionless. But the unit of solid angle is steradian. So plane angle and solid angle both are dimensionless but have units. So the right answer is units but no dimensions. Okay, next question. Question number 2. The angle 1 minute of arc in radian is nearly, options are given. Okay, 1 minute, so 1 minute equals, we know, 1 by 60 degree. Yes or no? 1 minute equals 1 by 60 degree. 1 degree equals pi by 180 रेडियन. yes or no? ठीक है, पाई इक्वल्स 3.14 बाय 100. अगर ऊपर चला जाएगा तो हो जाएगा 10 to the power minus 2. 6 into 18 मतलब 108. अगर इस पॉइंट को भी हटा दे तो ये हो जाएगा 10 to the power minus 4. Okay, next, if we divide this 314 by 108, 2 point something into 10 to the power minus 4. So the answer is option A. Remember one thing, never calculate the whole thing, just calculate first digit, उसके बाद ही automatically right answer आ जाएगा. ठीक है, never calculate the whole thing, just calculate first digit, you will get the answer. ठीक है, next, the unit of thermal conductivity is joule meter inverse Kelvin inverse, watt meter Kelvin inverse, watt meter inverse Kelvin inverse, joule meter Kelvin inverse. Which is right answer? खुद से सोचे थोड़ा सा, कौन सा सही होगा. We know, suppose this is a block. Okay, this is a metal block. Suppose width is L, temperature difference between these two sides are delta capital T. The area of the block, this sides is A, both sides are. dq amount of heat is passing from this side to another side in time dt. So we can write dq by dt, rate of flow of heat, equals k thermal conductivity, area delta t temperature difference by L width. So the k will be dq dt into L by A delta t. Okay, dq heat means joule, dt second, with meter, area, meter square, delta T temperature difference, Kelvin. This is thermal conductivity. Okay, so meter, joule per second equals watt, meter ऊपर चला गया तो हो जाएगा inverse Kelvin inverse. So the right answer is watt meter inverse Kelvin inverse. Option C is the right answer. ठीक है. Next, the damping force of an oscillator is directly proportional to the velocity. The units of the constant of proportionality are kilogram meter second inverse, kilogram meter second inverse to kilogram second inverse kilogram second. So कौन सा आंसर, कौन सा ऑप्शन सही होगा? थोड़ा खुद से सोच के देखिए, बोलो. Which is the right answer? So given damping force proportional to velocity, proportionality constant V, so K will be F by V. There is no Newton or dyne, so we can write it F equals ma, mass into acceleration, mass kg, acceleration meter second inverse 2, velocity equals meter second inverse, meter second, so the answer is kg second inverse. Option C is the right answer. Okay, next question. The density of a material in CGS system of units is 4 grams semi-inverse 3. In a system of units in which unit of length is 10 semi and unit of mass 100 gram, the value of density of material will be 0.04, 0.4, 40, 400. So which is the right answer? Which is the right answer? Density 4 grams semi-cube. So the density is 4 grams semi inverse 3. So we can write it 4 gram per semi-cube. Okay. But we have to find the value in terms of length 10 semi and mass 100 gram. So let's write gram equals 100 gram. Okay, and semi equals 10 semi cube, so let's write it cube. तो यहाँ पर हमने एक्स्ट्रा क्या लिखा है वो देखना पड़ेगा. ओके, सो लेट्स फाइंड इट. 100 ग्राम 10 cube equals 1000, so there is 10 extra. Okay, we can write it. नीचे 10 extra है, 100,000. So if you multiply it by 10, same. Okay, हमको जो यूनिट में निकालना है आंसर वो ए है, जो 100 ग्राम मास को और लेंथ को 10 सेमी. So this is the unit. So 40 units. Okay. Mass 100 gram, so we convert gram into 100 gram. Length 10 semi, so we convert semi into 10 semi. Material density, so cube, we write cube. So this is the unit we have to find. Unit 410, 100,000, so there is a 10 extra niche, so we multiply it by 10. Okay, this is how we can do it. Number 5, so answer is option C, 40. ठीक है. Next question. The unit of permittivity of free space epsilon naught is coulomb per Newton meter. Newton meter square per coulomb square per Newton meter square, coulomb square per Newton meter to the power whole square. So which is right? Okay, just try by yourself. कोशिश करके देखो कौन सा सही है. Epsilon naught, we have to find the unit of epsilon naught. We know F equals from Coulomb's law 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 by R square. So epsilon naught will be 1 by 4 pi F Q1 Q2 by R square. Yes or no? So Q1 Q2 चार्ज इंटू चार्ज, मतलब चार्ज का यूनिट क्या होता है? कूलॉम. सो कूलॉम स्क्वायर. सो कूलॉम स्क्वायर. ओके. बाय 4 pi is a number, so there is no unit. Force equals Newton per meter square. So coulomb per Newton meter square. So sorry, not coulomb, coulomb square per Newton meter square. Coulomb square by Newton meter square. Option C is right. Okay, ठीक है. Question 7. The value of Planck's constant in SI unit is, options are given. The right answer is 6.63 into 10 to the power minus 34 joule second. इस वैल्यू को याद रखना है. Next, the unit of Stefan Boltzmann constant. Options are given. We know from a black body, energy radiated per second equal sigma a t to the power 4, where sigma is Stefan Boltzmann constant, a is area, t is temperature. So sigma equals E by T a t to the power 4. Okay, E by T, joule per second, unit energy joule, energy second, joule per second equals what? Area meter square per meter square, temperature Kelvin, Kelvin to the power 4. So the right answer is option A. Okay, next question. In a particular system, the unit of length, mass and time are chosen to be 10 cm, 10 gram and 0.1 second respectively. The unit of force in this system will be equivalent to, options are given. So let's try it. We know F equals ma. Okay, so the CGS unit will be mass gram, semi second inverse 2. Okay, and the SI unit is किलोग्राम मीटर सेकेंड इनवर्स 2. इसको हम क्या बोलते हैं? न्यूटन. ठीक है, तो F equals, we know in CGS gram semi second inverse 2 unit of force. Here length, mass and time are 10 semi, 10 gram and 0.1 second. So gram means not only G, you have to write 10 gram. Semi, 10 semi. Okay, 10 semi. Second means 0.1, so you have to write 0.1 second inverse 2. Okay, if we calculate it, 10 10 100, 0.1 means 10 to the power minus 1, minus plus 10 to the power 2 to 10 to the power 4 gram semi second inverse 2. Okay, but we have to convert it into this Newton. So Newton means kilogram meter second inverse 2. So we can write 10 to the power 4. Okay, 1 gram means 10 to the power minus 3 kilogram. 1 semi means 10 to the power minus 2 meter, and second is second. Okay, now 10 to the power 4, 10 to the power minus 3, 10 to the power minus 2, 10 to the power minus 5 plus 4. So 10 to the power minus 1 means 0.1 kilogram meter second inverse 2 means Newton. So the right answer is 0.1 Newton. Okay, next question. The dimensions MLT inverse 2 A inverse 2 belong to magnetic flux, self inductance, magnetic permeability, electric permittivity. ट्राई करके देखो क्या आ रहा है. जो डायमेंशन है ना फिजिकल क्वांटिटी का, वो याद रखना पड़ेगा. ओके, ठीक है. So we can write the dimension MLT is magnetic flux. Let's check the four options. Magnetic flux phi equals, we know, BA. Okay, we know F equals QVB sin theta. So sin theta is unitless, so we can write B equals F by QV. F means we can write the dimension MLT inverse 2. Q means IT, here is AT, and V means LT inverse, so we can write L cancel out, M T inverse cancel out, MT inverse to A inverse. So we can write here B equals M T inverse A inverse, and area equals L square, so M L square T inverse to A inverse. This is the dimension of magnetic flux. So no, this is not option B. Self-inductance. Self-inductance, we know energy equals half Li square. There is a one trick. जब भी कोई भी फिजिकल क्वांटिटी का डायमेंशन निकालना हो तो एक चीज़ कोशिश करना है कि उससे रिलेटेड एनर्जी या फिर फोर्स का कुछ रिलेशन है क्या. जैसे कि यहाँ पर एनर्जी वी नो इक्वल्स हाफ Li स्क्वायर. ओके, सो L इक्वल्स E बाय वी कैन राइट 2 स्क्वायर. दिस इज डायमेंशनलेस, so energy equals ml square T inverse 2. I means here, I means A square, so m L square T inverse 2 A inverse 2. Option no. Let's see, try. C equals magnetic permeability. We know force per unit length equals mu naught by 4 pi 2 I1 I2 by R. Okay, this is the relation. So mu naught equals, these are dimensionless, so we can write mu naught equals mu naught F by L, okay, R here I1 I2. F means MLT inverse 2, R means L, L means L, I1 I2 means A into A square, L, so we can write MLT inverse 2 A inverse 2. Okay, so this is the right answer, option C. ठीक है, ये सब जो फिजिकल क्वांटिटी है इसका जो डायमेंशन यू हैव टू रिमेंबर इट. ओके, this is how you can derive, but we have not that much time, so you have to remember the dimension of all this physical quantity. Okay, next question. Let's try by yourself. कोशिश करो. Match, it's not math, it's match. Match list 1 with list 2. List 1, list 2. Gravitational constant G, gravitational potential energy, gravitational potential, gravitational intensity. Dimensions. Choose the correct answer from options given below. These are the options. So the right answer will be gravitational constant G का डायमेंशन होता है m inverse L cube T inverse 2. How you can derive it from this? F equals G m1 m2 by r square. Yes or no? So G will be F r square by m1 m2, where m equals mlt inverse 2 r square L square by m square. So you can write m inverse L cube T inverse 2. Okay. Next, gravitational potential energy. So energy means, this is option A. Option B. B means energy means m L square T inverse 2. Gravitational potential. Gravitational potential means work done by mass. Work done equals mlt ml square T inverse 2 by mass equals m cancel out L square T inverse 2. Okay, so G equals m inverse gravitational constant m inverse L cube. So A will be 2. A will be 2. Here 2, 2, 2. Next, Gravitational potential energy, energy means ml square T inverse 2, and B will be 4, B equals 4. So both. Next, gravitational potential, potential means L square T inverse 2, C will be 1, C will be 1. So option A is right answer. Okay. Question 12. If force F, acceleration A and time t are chosen as the fundamental physical quantities, find the dimensions of energy. Options are given. We know energy dimension, energy work done equal m L square T inverse 2. Okay, ml T inverse 2, force extra L. Okay, we can write ml T inverse 2 L T inverse 2. Okay, L T inverse 2 acceleration, this is force, extra T inverse 2, so we have to write T square. Now we can write this equal this. Okay, ml T inverse 2 L, ml T inverse 2, this is force, acceleration L T inverse 2, T inverse 2 is extra, so we write T square. Now this is F, this is A, this is time T, F A T square. Okay, एक अलग तरीका, another process, we can write this. You can do as general process, x y z to the power x to the power y to the power z, you can do that, but वो जो प्रोसेस होगा वो बहुत लॉन्ग होगा, लेंदी होगा, वहाँ पर टाइम लगेगा, ये बहुत शॉर्ट है. अनदर प्रोसेस, एनर्जी एंड वर्क डन इज इक्विवेलेंट. ओके, सो वी कैन राइट एनर्जी और वर्क डन इक्वल्स force into displacement. Okay, now force displacement by time square, this is acceleration. Yes or no? Acceleration unit semi per second square, meter per second square. So displacement by time square, displacement by time square. So T square is extra, so we can write T square. So F, this is acceleration, this is time T. दिस इज हाउ वी कैन राइट, ऐसे भी लिख सकते हैं. ठीक है, एक शॉर्ट प्रोसेस है. अगर इसमें प्रॉब्लम है तो जो नॉर्मल प्रोसेस है ना, जो इसको एक्स टू द पावर वाई टू द पावर जेड, वैसे भी कर सकते हैं. ठीक है, नेक्स्ट नंबर 13. जो इजी लगे वैसे ही करो. ओके, नेक्स्ट. इफ E and G respectively denote energy and gravitational constant, then E by G has the dimensions of options are given. Okay, so the dimension of E by G, we can write E by G. E means dimension ml square T inverse 2 and G m inverse L cube T inverse 2. So m inverse and m is m square, L so L inverse, so m square L inverse, T square cancel. So option A is the right answer. Next, try number 14. Number 14, we can write dimensions of stress. Stress means force per area equivalent to pressure. The force mlt inverse 2, area L square. So we can write ml inverse T inverse 2. Option C is the right answer. Okay, next 15. A physical quantity of the dimensions of length that can be formed out of C, G and E square 4 pi epsilon naught. C is velocity of light, G is universal constant of gravitation and E is charge. Options are given. Okay, so we have to find the dimensions of length in terms of this. Okay, C, G and this. So C is the velocity of light, so the dimension of C is LT inverse. Okay, next, dimension of G, m inverse L cube T inverse 2. Okay, next the dimension of E square 4 pi epsilon naught. How we can write? We can write F equals, we know, 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q1 q2 by r square, Coulomb's law. Okay, here we can write q1 q2 charge. Let's, there's E and E, charge of electron or anything charge, E and E, so we can write a square. चलो q1 q2 को E लिख दिया तो a square. Now we have to find the dimension of a square by 4 pi epsilon naught. So a square by 4 pi epsilon naught would be f into r square. Yes or no? So f means m l t inverse 2, r square means l square, so we can write m l cube t inverse 2. Okay, so we have found 3 dimensions. Okay, now we have to find the dimension of length. अगर लेंथ का डायमेंशन निकालना है उस इसका मतलब वहाँ पर मास नहीं रहेगा, m नहीं रहेगा, तो यहाँ पर c के पास तो m नहीं है, m किसके किसके पास है, इसके पास और इसके पास, g और इसके. तो अगर g और e स्क्वायर बाई 4 पाई एप्सिलॉन नॉट को डिवाइड करे तो क्या m कैंसिल आउट होगा? नहीं, बिकॉज दिस इज m एंड दिस इज m इनवर्स, सो we have to do multiplication, g and this, so we have to multiply it, g into a square by 4 pi epsilon naught. Reason, we have to find the dimension of length, so we have to cancel out the mass. So there is a one thing we can do, multiplication, so we have to multiply g into this, so m, and so we just write it, g equals m inverse l cube t inverse 2, a square by 4 pi epsilon naught m l cube t inverse 2. Now we can write m and m inverse cancel out, l cube l to the power 6 t to the power minus 4. Okay, so we have to multiply, so this is multiplication, so this is a नहीं होगा, यहाँ पर division है. Next part, c square is the maximum, so if we, the dimension of c square would be l square t inverse 2, but here is l to the power 6 t to the power minus 4, so we have to root. चलो रूट कर दो. अगर रूट किया तो क्या होगा? रूट मतलब कि टू द पावर हाफ मीन्स 3 minus 2. Okay, so we have found the dimension of this is l cube t inverse 2. Now we have to cancel out t inverse 2, so we have to divide this, because c square is l square t inverse 2. If we divide c square by c square, so we can write l square t inverse 2, t inverse 2 cancel out, l, so this is the right answer, g square, option A is the right answer. Okay, next 16, try 16. I am from West Bengal, so my native language is Bengali or Bangla. This is my first video on Hindi, so my Hindi is like उड़ी बाबा, तो थोड़ा मैनेज कर लीजिएगा. माई हिंदी इज़ लाइक उड़ी बाबा, सुनने में मज़ा आएगा, हंसी भी आएगा, तो एक प्लस पॉइंट ही है, जब बोरिंगनेस नहीं रहेगा. ओके, ठीक है, चलते हैं क्वेश्चन पे. ट्राइंग माई बेस्ट टू स्पीक इन इंग्लिश, नॉट इन इंग्लिश, इन हिंदी. Let's try next question. Planck's constant h, speed of light in vacuum c, and Newton's gravitational constant g are 3 fundamental constants. Which of the following combination of this has the dimension of length? Again, we have to find the dimension of length in terms of h, g and c. So which is the right answer? Let's try it. ओके, पहले आप लोग ट्राई करो, उसके बाद मैं करता हूँ. लेट्स पॉज द वीडियो एंड ट्राई इट. ओके, चलो गेस करो. सो प्लैंक्स कांस्टेंट h, द डायमेंशन ऑफ प्लैंक्स कांस्टेंट इज ml स्क्वायर t इनवर्स. ओके, नेक्स्ट द डायमेंशन ऑफ g इज m inverse l cube t inverse 2, and the dimension of c is l t inverse. Okay, we have to find the dimension of length, so mass should be cancelled out. मास को कैंसिल आउट करना है। तो कैसे कैंसिल आउट होगा? अगर मल्टीप्लाइड करें तभी तो होगा, क्योंकि ए एम है और ए एम इनवर्स, सो वी हैव टू मल्टीप्लाई इट। सो द राइट आंसर वुड बी एच जी, नॉट डिविजन। सो एच जी, नो, दिस इज नॉट। ओके, नेक्स्ट, एच जी डायमेंशन वुड बी एम एल स्क्वायर, let's multiply it, h and g. So m inverse cancel out, l square l to the power 5 and t inverse t to the power minus 3. Okay, next, root, let's root it. Root means ki power half, so l to the power 5 by 2, t to the power minus 3 by 2. Now we have to cancel out this t inverse 3 by 2. क्यों? क्योंकि हमें तो लेंथ का डायमेंशन चाहिए, टाइम को तो हटाना पड़ेगा। तो क्या करना पड़ेगा? सोचो। सो सी इज एल टी इनवर्स, सो टी मस्ट बी टी इनवर्स 3/2 हेयर, टी मस्ट बी टी इनवर्स 3/2। अगर ए पावर -3/2 होगा तभी टी कैंसिल आउट होगा। सो ए -3/2 कब? तो आई हैव टू डू सी 3/2. So this would be 3/2. So L 3/2, T inverse 3/2. Okay. So I have to do C 3/2. Cancel out. You can do this automatically. -3/2. It will be L. So option A is right. ठीक है, चेक कर लो फिर से। देखो H का A, G का A डायमेंशन, मल्टीप्लिकेशन तो करना ही है क्योंकि m को कैंसिल आउट करना पड़ेगा। तो मल्टीप्लाई करके a मिला, सबके रूट है तो रूट कर दो। अगर रूट करके a मिल गया तो t को कैंसिल आउट करना पड़ेगा, वी हैव टू कैंसिल आउट t। सो वी नो c इक्वल्स एल टी इनवर्स, बट वी नीड 3/2, सो लेट्स पुट 3/2 हियर एंड 3/2 इज ऑप्शन a, सो a इज द राइट आंसर। ओके, क्वेश्चन 17. If energy E, velocity v and time t are chosen as the fundamental quantities, the dimensional formula of surface tension will be, options are given. So we know surface tension equals force by length. Okay, so energy, energy and work done dimensionally की equal, so we can write force into लेंथ बा डिस्प्लेसमेंट, তাহলে কি एल स्क्वायर लेंथ स्क्वायर, फोर्स इनटू डिस्प्लेसमेंट और फोर्स इनटू लेंथ इक्वल्स वर्क डन मीन्स एनर्जी। ओके, और वी नो वेलोसिटी इक्वल्स की डिस्प्लेसमेंट बाय टाइम, सो हेयर एल इज वी इनटू टी, वी आर टेकिंग एल इक्वल्स डिस्प्लेसमेंट और लेंथ, डायमेंशन सेम, सो एल इक्वल्स वी टी, सो वी कैन राइट वी स्क्वायर t square. Okay, let's write capital T. So E V inverse to T inverse 2, option C. Okay, एक चीज बार बार बोलूंगा, ओ अगर इस प्रोसेस में लगता है कि ये मेरे लिए हार्ड है, तो जो नॉर्मल प्रोसेस है ना, जे एस वेरीज एज e to the power x, b to the power y, t to the power z, वैसे भी हो सकता है, वैसे भी आप कर सकते हो, जैसा मर्जी, माई हिंदी। ओके, एज यू विश यू कैन डू। ठीक है, आई थिंक दिस इज द शॉर्ट ट्रिक, सो आई एम यूजिंग इट। ओके, नेक्स्ट, इफ द डायमेंशंस ऑफ critical velocity Vc of a liquid flowing through a tube are expressed as eta to the power x, rho to the power y, r to the power z, where eta, rho and r are the coefficient of viscosity, density of liquid and radius of the tube respectively. Then the value of x, y and z are given by options are given. So कौन सा सही होगा? Let's try. So velocity, critical velocity of a liquid flowing through a tube are expressed. So critical velocity V are expressed as e to the power x, rho to the power y, r to the power z. Okay, so velocity dimension LT inverse, eta coefficient dimension AL inverse T inverse. यू हैव टू रिमेंबर इट, इसको याद रखना है। रो का डायमेंशन मास बाय वॉल्यूम, सो मास वॉल्यूम ml inverse 3, y r radius length to the power z, so we can write m to the power x plus y l to the power minus x minus 3y t to the power minus x plus z. Okay, lt inverse, let's put m to the power 0, we can write m नहीं था इसलिए we can write m to the power 0. Now just compare both sides, x plus y equals 0, so x plus y equals 0, it means x equals minus y. पहले ही बोलूँ पूरा नहीं करना है, जस्ट इसको कंपेयर करेंगे, इसको मिलाएंगे। इसका मतलब क्या है, x और y इक्वल होगा बट ऑपोजिट, सो हेयर x1 y -1 ए हो सकता है, -1 नहीं होगा, -1 नहीं होगा, 1 1 नहीं होगा, सो ऑप्शन ए। पूरा करने की कोई ज़रूरत नहीं, ठीक है। नेक्स्ट, यू डोंट नीड टू कैलकुलेट द फुल थिंग्स, यू हैव टू जस्ट कैलकुलेट फर्स्ट थिंग, उसके बाद देखना है कौन सा सही है। नेक्स्ट, if force F, velocity V and time T are taken as fundamental units, then dimensions of mass, we know force equals F equals ma, so mass will be F by A. We know acceleration equals velocity by time, mean change in velocity by time. Okay, so we can write A equals F, you can write velocity by time, so F by V T, F V inverse T, this is the right answer, F V inverse T, option D. Okay, next 19, देखो कितना शॉर्ट, एकदम शॉर्ट में हो रहा है। अगर इस फॉर्मूला का यूज़ करें, ऐसे करें तो आप वैसे भी कर सकते हो, x y z बोथ साइड कंपेयर, देन यू कैन राइट, ओके, एज यू विश, जो अच्छा लगे वही करो। Next, the pair of quantities having same dimensions is option are given. Work, this is work, impulse and surface tension, angular momentum, work and torque, Young's modulus and energy. We know work and torque because work equals force into displacement, yes or no, and torque equals r cross f, force into displacement or radius, whatever you say. So force, displacement L, radius L, so work and torque have the same dimension. Next, the dimension of mu naught epsilon naught to the power minus of, this is the question from class 12 electromagnetic wave. We know the velocity of wave in vacuum, c equals 1 by root over of mu naught epsilon naught, yes or no, to the power, root means to the power half. Now we can write mu naught epsilon naught to the power minus of, so this represent c velocity, so velocity LT inverse, option C is the right answer, ठीक है। Next, number 22 is the dimensions of half epsilon naught E square, where epsilon naught is permittivity of free space and E is the electric field, R options are given. We know you have to remember one thing, A होता है energy density of electric field, energy density of electric field, कैपेसिटर चैप्टर में A हमने पढ़ा है, energy density of electric field. Energy density means you have to remember, energy density mean, इसको याद रखना, energy density mean energy by volume. So the dimensions of energy ml square t inverse 2 dimension and volume is L cube. So right answer is ml inverse t inverse 2. ml inverse, option B is right. Okay. Number 23. If the dimensions of a physical quantity are given by m a l b t to the power c, then the physical quantity will be options are given. First is pressure, we know pressure equals ml inverse T inverse 2, dimension of pressure. So m to the power 1, so A is 1, L to the power minus 1, B equals minus 1, C T to the power minus 2, so option A is correct. Okay, you can check B, C, D, but we don't need that, so option is A. Okay, next, which two of the following 5 physical parameters have the same dimensions? Energy density, refractive index, dielectric constant, Young's modulus, magnetic field. First write इस फिजिकल क्वांटिटी, जो 5 फिजिकल क्वांटिटीज दिया हुआ है उसका पहले डायमेंशन निकालेंगे. ओके, तो फर्स्ट एनर्जी डेंसिटी, तो एनर्जी डेंसिटी मीन्स एनर्जी बाय वॉल्यूम, सो एनर्जी इक्वल्स ml स्क्वायर T इनवर्स 2, वॉल्यूम इक्वल्स L क्यूब, सो ml इनवर्स T इनवर्स 2. 2 refractive index is dimensionless 1. 3 dielectric constant dimensionless 1. Young's modulus means stress by strain. Strain is dimensionless. Strain is dimensionless. Stress equals force per area, the dimension of pressure, so m L inverse T inverse 2. Next, 5 magnetic field, F F equals QVV, so B equals F by QV, F ml T inverse 2, QIT, V equals LT inverse, so L cancel out, T inverse cancel out, M T inverse 2 I inverse. So the dimensions are equal, will be 2 and 3, 1 1, so the answer will be 2 and 3. This is 1 and option 1 and 4, Young's modulus and energy density 1 and 4, 1 and 4. So these two are the right answer. Let's find the options. 2 and 4, 2 and no, 3 and 5, 3 and 5 no, 1 and 5, 1 and 5 no, 1 and 5, both are 1 and 5, no, there is mistakes maybe, just 1 second. Question number 24, 1 and 5, so this is 1 and 4, this is 1 and 4. Okay, so 1 and 4, option C is the right answer. Okay, 1 and 4 have the same dimensions. 1 means energy density, 4 means Young's modulus. Okay, next, question number 25. Question 25, dimension of resistance in an electric circuit in terms of dimensions of mass, length L, time T and current I would be, options are given. We know H equals I square R T, yes or no? किसी भी फिजिकल क्वांटिटी का अगर डायमेंशन निकालना हो तो दो चीज याद रखना है. उस फिजिकल क्वांटिटी के साथ फोर्स या फिर एनर्जी का रिलेशन ढूंढना है. जैसे कि यहाँ पर एनर्जी हीट H इक्वल्स आई स्क्वायर आर टी. ओके, सो R इक्वल्स H by I square by T. You have to find relation between that physical quantity and energy or force. Then you can find the dimension very easily. Okay, so H means heat, heat means energy, ml square T inverse 2, I square small t time T, so m L square T inverse 2 3 I inverse 2, ml square T inverse 3, option D is correct. Next, the velocity of a particle at time t is given by v equals at plus b by t plus c, where a, b, c are constants. The dimensions of a, b, c are respectively options are given. So we can write dimensions of at equals dimension of v, so v and at dimensionally equal. Okay, so we can write A equals V by T. So dimension of V equals LT inverse by TT. So we can write LT inverse 2. So the dimension of A is LT inverse 2. The first dimension would be LT inverse 2. LT inverse 2, L square, LT square L. So option A is correct. B और C निकालने का कोई ज़रूरत नहीं, क्योंकि यहाँ पर हमने देख लिया ऑप्शन A is LT inverse 2. ऑप्शन A has only LT inverse 2. B, C, D are L square, LT square L. So the option A is correct. Okay. ओए ऑगी चिंता मत कर, हिंदी धीरे धीरे फ्लुएंट हो जाएगा. यस भैया. ऑगी एंड कॉकरोचेस, डू यू वॉच? देखने में बहुत मज़ा आता है, ढक्की टिकी हो जाएगा. ताइना Bengali, sorry. Last question here, 27. The ratio of the dimensions of Planck's constant and that of the moment of inertia. I think there is a language that or two. 27 questions. Ratio of and that of the moment of, okay, just the ratio of the dimensions of Planck's constant and moment of inertia. We have to find the Planck's constant and moment of inertia ratio. So Planck's constant by moment of inertia. Okay, moment of inertia. Planck's constant, dimension ml square t inverse. Moment of inertia, we know moment of inertia I equals mr square, yes or no? So ml square, so ml square cancel out, so only t inverse is frequency. So option A is the right answer. Okay. Question number 28. The dimensions of universal gravitational constant, options are given. We know F equals G m1 m2 by r square. From here we can find the dimension of G. A will be right answer. A is the right answer. M inverse L cube T inverse 2. Okay. Next, Planck's constant has the dimensions of, options are given. Bohr's quantum condition, angular momentum equals nh by 2 pi. So angular momentum, Planck's constant have the same dimension. So Planck's constant and angular momentum. Next, a pair of physical quantities having same dimensional formula is force and torque, no. Work and energy, yes. Force and impulse, linear momentum, angular momentum, no. Next, the dimensional formula of magnetic flux is, magnetic flux, ये तो बहुत बार हो गया मैग्नेटिक फ्लक्स, यस और नो. वी नो मैग्नेटिक फ्लक्स फाई इक्वल्स की बी इंटू ए, फाई इक्वल्स बी इंटू ए. ओके. मैग्नेटिक फील्ड एरिया, मैग्नेटिक फील्ड बी इक्वल्स एफ बाई क्यू वी, एफ एम एल टी इनवर्स 2, क्यू इक्वल्स आई टी. वी कैन राइट हेयर ए टी बिकॉज ए. V equals LT inverse. So T inverse cancel out, LL cancel out, MT inverse A inverse, MT inverse to A inverse. So MT inverse to A inverse. Area L square. So right answer is ML square T inverse to A inverse. F by AT LT inverse TT. Yes. Okay. So the right answer ML square T inverse to A inverse, ml square T inverse 2 option A is right answer. Next, the force on a sphere of radius r moving in a medium with velocity v is given by F equals 6 pi eta r v. The dimensions of eta r, options are given. So here's F equals 6 pi eta r v, 6 pi eta r v. So the dimension of eta would be F by 6 pi constant. So dimension is 1. So you can write eta equals F by RV. F equals MLT inverse 2, R radius, L velocity, LT inverse. so L square 1 L is cancel out, so m L अगर ऊपर गया तो इन्वर्स हो जाएगा, t minus 1 plus 1 हो जाएगा, तो m L inverse t inverse. Option D is the right answer. Okay, next. Which of the following will have the dimensions of time? Remember, you have to रट्टा this, याद रखना है एकदम रट्टा मार के. क्या? L by R, CR and root LC have the dimension of time. इसको रट्टा मार लो. Okay, L by R, L, R resistance, C capacitance, L self inductance. Okay, if you want to derive this, चलो करते हैं. एक कैसे L by R T होता है, CR होता है, root LC होता है. ठीक है, एक बार देख लो. We know that V equals IR, yes or no? We know induced electromotive force E equals L di dt, yes or no? We know Q equals charge equals capacitance into voltage, so V equals Q by C. There are three relations. This is voltage, electromotive force, voltage, voltage. So we can write dimensionally IR equals L di dt equals Q by C. Okay, let's find the dimension of LR. So we have to L and R. So इस दो से हमको हेल्प लेना पड़ेगा. So L by R मतलब L by R from these two we can write L by R equals I into dt by dr, yes or no? Dimension of I equals I, dimension of T, dimension of di means I, so dimension of T. Okay, so L by R that has the dimension of T. Next, CR, C and R. So we have to write IR equals Q by C. We need CR, so let's put C here, or Q by I. Q equals, we know, IT, so I cancel out, only T, yes or no? The dimension of T. Next, root LC. Let's find LC. So we have these two, L di dt equals Q by C. So LC equals Q into dt by di. Okay, Q equals IT dt by di. So dimension of I equals I, dimension of time T, dimension of dt means time, dimension of I, so T square. So root LC equals T square, so root LC will be T. LC equals T square, so root LC will be T. So this is ratta. L by R, CR, root LC have the dimension of time T. Next, an equation is given as P plus A by V square equals B theta by V, where P is pressure, V is volume, theta is absolute temperature. If A and B are constants, then dimensions of A will be, options are given. Dimension of A, we have to find the dimension of A, yes or no? यहाँ पर P और A by V square कैसे है? प्लस एडिशन में है. We can subtract or add only when if the dimension is equal. 5 kg plus 2 kg, we can add this, or we can write 5 kg minus 2 kg. So if we write two physical quantity, x plus y or x minus y, in the form of addition or subtraction, it means both the physical quantities have the same dimension. They are dimensionally equal. Okay, again I am repeating this. If two physical quantities in the form of addition or subtraction, then both the physical quantities have same dimension. They are dimensionally equal. Okay, so we can write dimension of P equals dimension of A by V square. So A by V square have the dimension of P. So dimension of A would be PV square. So dimension of P pressure M L inverse T inverse 2. Dimension of V volume L cube square. The 3 6 minus 1, so 5 ml 5 T inverse 2. ml 5 T inverse 2. Option A is correct. Okay. Question 35. Which of the following is a dimensional constant? Dimensional constant means a constant which have dimension. Refractive index dimensionless, Poisson's ratio dimensionless, relative density dimensionless, gravitational constants have dimensions. We know M inverse L cube T inverse 2 is the dimension of gravitational constant. Next, turpentine maybe pronunciation, while is flowing through a tube of length L and radius R. The pressure difference between two ends of the tube is P. The viscosity of the oil is given by eta P R square minus x square by 4 VL, where V is the velocity of oil at distance x from the axis of the tube. The dimensions of eta R options are given. So we know the dimension. Okay, sorry to back again. Again I am talking in Bengali. Okay, next. So we know eta, the dimension of P, M, L inverse T inverse 2. Dimensions of L square. Dimensions एडिशन या फिर सब्सट्रैक्शन नहीं होता, सिर्फ R स्क्वायर मतलब डायमेंशन L स्क्वायर. ओके, 4 डायमेंशनलेस V L T इनवर्स, लेंथ L, so L square T inverse. So the answer is ML inverse T inverse. There are few dimension you have to रट्टा, एकदम रट्टा मार के याद रखना है. 2-3 dimensions mainly. One is Planck's constant, you have to ratta this ml square T inverse. Gravitational constant M inverse L cube T inverse 2, and coefficient of viscosity M L inverse T inverse. These are the dimension. ये बार बार रिपीट होता है इसलिए. नेक्स्ट 37. ओ सॉरी हो ना. तो राइट आंसर कौन सा होगा, थोड़ा देख लेना. ओके, मैंने तो एकदम सबको मिटा दिया. M L inverse T inverse is the right answer. The time dependence of physical quantity P is given by P equals P naught exponential minus alpha T square, where alpha is a constant and T is the time. The constant alpha is dimensionless, has dimension of T inverse 2, has dimensions T square, has dimensions of P. Which is the right? एक चीज़ याद रखना है, EXP मतलब एक्सपोनेंशियल, जिसको हम शॉर्ट फॉर्म में e टू द पावर, इसको हम ऐसे भी लिख सकते हैं, P equals P naught e to the power minus alpha T square. सेम. तो याद रखना होगा e to the power में जो भी होता है, कुछ भी, पूरा डायमेंशन लेस होता है, मतलब उसका डायमेंशन 1. सो द पावर ऑफ e to the power, कुछ भी जो भी हो यहाँ पर, उसका डायमेंशन कितना होगा, 1. सो वी कैन राइट अल्फा टी स्क्वायर इज 1, डायमेंशन लेस. So alpha is मतलब 1 by T square. So the dimension of time equals capital T. So the dimension is T inverse 2. So has the dimension of T inverse 2. Okay. E to the power में कुछ भी हो, उसका dimension 1 मतलब dimensionless. Okay. Next, if P represent radiation pressure, C represent speed of light, and S represent energy striking unit area per second, the non-zero integers x, y, z such that P to the power x, S to the power C to the power z is dimensionless, our options are given. Okay, let's try it. खुद से कोशिश करके देखो क्या होगा, क्या चाहे. प्रेशर we know, pressure equals M L inverse T inverse 2. C speed of light LT inverse. Next, S, this is the new term you have to understand. Energy per unit area per second, matlab energy per unit area per second. So energy is m L square T inverse 2, area is L square, time is T. So the answer is m T inverse 3. Now we have to look this, P to the power X, C to the power Y, now S to the power Y, C to the power Z, P m L inverse T inverse 2 to the power X, S m T inverse 3 power Y, C L T inverse power Z. Now m to the power X, m to the power Y, L minus X, L plus Z, T minus 2X, T minus 3Y minus Z. Now this is dimensionless. It means the power are 0. So X plus Y equals 0. So X equals minus Y. So X and Y are equal but opposite, negative. So X1 Y1, no, it cannot. X minus 1 Y1, it can. X1, it can. X1 Y1, no, it cannot. X and Y equal but negative, opposite. So इस B and C इस दो ऑप्शंस के अंदर कोई एक ठीक होगा. चलो नेक्स्ट, माइनस एक्स प्लस जेड इक्वल्स 0, एक्स इक्वल्स जेड, इसका मतलब एक्स जेड, तो एक्स एंड जेड आर इक्वल. एक्स minus 1 जेड 1, no, x1 z1. So this is the right answer, option C. X and y equal but opposite, these are the equal and opposite, but x and z also equal, x minus 1 z1. So this is not the answer. Answer is x1 z1. Okay, next, the dimensional formula for permeability of free space mu naught is, options are given. We know, थोड़ी देर ही पहले हमने एक किया, क्या किया था, थोड़ा रिमाइंड करके देखो. F by L फोर्स पर यूनिट लेंथ, म्यू नॉट बाई 4 पाई 2I1 I2 by R. So we can write mu naught equals, we can write 4 pi, these are the number, so these are dimensionless. Okay, so mu naught equals, we can write F R by L I1 I2. Yes or no? F means MLT inverse 2, R means L I square, I or A. So let's write A. So LL, so the answer is MLT inverse 2 A inverse 2. This is the right answer. Okay, ML inverse 2, MLT inverse 2 inverse 2, MLT inverse 2 inverse 2, MLT inverse. Option A is right. Okay. Question number 40. The frequency of vibration F of a mass m suspended from a spring of spring constant K is given by a relation of the type F equals C m to the power x k to the power y, where C is dimensionless constant. The value of x and y are, options are given. So the relation is F equals C m to the power x k to the power y. Dimension of F, frequency is T inverse, okay, equals C is dimensionless, m mass m to the power x, K spring constant mt inverse 2 to the power y. So you can write m to the power x plus y t to the power minus 2y. Here t inverse. Here you can write m to the power 0. Yes or no? You can write l to the power 0. Okay. Now compare both sides. Here minus 2y, t to the power minus 2y, t to the power minus y. So minus 2y equals minus 1. So y equals half. Okay. Next, x plus y equals 0. We can write x plus y equals 0. So x equals minus y. So minus half. So the value of x is minus half and the value of y is half. So answer is option D. Okay. Next question 41. According to Newton, the viscous force acting between liquid layers of area A and velocity gradient del V del Z is given by F equals minus eta A dV dx. It is dV dz. Okay, dV dz. The dimension of eta, options are given. We know the dimension of eta means coefficient of viscosity is ml inverse T inverse. You can derive it from here. Okay, next, the dimensional formula of pressure is pressure ml inverse T inverse 2, ml inverse T inverse 2, option C. Next, the dimensional formula of torque is, torque means force into distance. Yes or no? Force into distance equivalent to energy or work done. So ml square T inverse 2, option A. Next, if x equals at plus bt square, where x is the distance traveled by the body in kilometer, while t is the time in second, then the unit of b is, options are given. So here we can write unit of b. So bt square and x dimensionally equivalent. Yes or no? We can write the unit of bt square and the unit of x same hoga. Okay, so the unit of b will be x by t square. X equals unit kimi, t square is second, so second square, so kimi per second square, kimi per second square, kimi per second, option B. Next, dimensional formula of self inductance is, self inductance we know energy of magnetic field equals half Li square. Yes or no? L is inductance, self inductance, so L equal E by I square, half is dimensionless, so E energy ml square T inverse 2. Here I or A, so I equals A square, so we can write ml square T inverse 2 A inverse 2. So this is the right answer, ml square T inverse 2 A inverse 2, ml square T inverse 2 A inverse 2. Option C is correct. Next, from the following quantities, which one has dimensions different from the remaining three? Number 1, energy per unit volume. कोशिश करके देखो कौन सा सही हो रहा है, देखो देखो. Question, option A, energy per unit volume. Energy per unit volume. Energy per volume, yes or no? Energy m L square T inverse 2, volume L cube, so m L inverse T inverse 2. Next, option B, force per unit area, F by A, force per area, m L T inverse 2, area L square, so m L inverse T inverse 2. Next, option C, product of voltage and charge per unit volume. Voltage and charge V and Q per unit volume V, this is volume. Okay, we know V potential equals W by Q into Q by volume. Okay, Q cancel out, W equals ml square T inverse 2, volume L cube, so we can write m L inverse T inverse 2. So these three have same dimensions. Angular momentum, we know angular momentum dimension equals ml square T inverse. This is the dimension of angular momentum. Okay, angular momentum equals linear momentum into radius, linear momentum ml T inverse, mass into velocity, and radius L, so ml square T inverse. Okay, this is the angular momentum dimension. So these three are same, this is the different, so the answer is option D. Angular momentum has different dimension from other three. 47. The dimensional formula of angular momentum is ml square T inverse. Okay, next, if C and R denote capacitance and resistance respectively, then dimensional formula of CR is, we know CR L by R and root LC have the dimension of time. Okay, so CR has the dimension of time. Option A is the correct answer. Next, the errors in the measurement which arise due to unpredictable fluctuation in temperature and voltage supply are personal error, least count errors, random error, instrumental error. Random error. Next, a metal wire has mass 0.4 plus 0.002 gram, radius 0.3 plus 0.001 millimeter, length 5 plus 0.2 semi. The maximum possible percentage error in the measurement of density will nearly be, options are given. We know density equals mass by volume, yes or no? Mass by volume. Here mass are given, mass is given, but volume not given, radius and length. So we can write the volume of a wire means always consider wire as cylindrical. This is length, this is radius, okay? Mass pi r square L, okay? We know maximum percentage error, del rho by rho into 100 equals del m by m plus 2 del r by r. r का जो पावर है वो 2 है, इसलिए पहले डेल्टा l by l into 100. This is the formula we know, okay? Del rho by rho into 100, del m by m, 2 del r by del l by l. Del m 0.002 by m 0.4 plus 2 del r 0.001 by r 0.3 plus del l 0.02 by 5 into 100. If we multiplied 100, this is 0.2 by 2 by half 0.5. If we multiply 100, 0.2 by 3, 2 by 3 means 0.67 plus 2 by 5 means 0.4. So if we add this, we get 1,764,051, nearly 1.6. This is the right answer. Okay, next question, 51. Let's try 51. The area of a rectangular field in meter square of length 55.3 meter and breadth 25 meter. After rounding of the value for correct significant digit is, options are given. मल्टीप्लिकेशन हो या फिर डिवीजन हो, जो सिग्निफिकेंट डिजिट निकालने का रूल है वो क्या होता है, जरा याद करो. रेक्टेंगुलर फील्ड एरिया, व्हाट इज द एरिया ऑफ ए रेक्टेंगुलर? लेंथ into breadth, yes or no? Here length is 55.3, breadth 25. Now we don't need to calculate, just remember the rule. Here significant digits are 3, here significant digits are 2. So the result we get after multiplied it कितना होगा, उसका डिजिट 2 होगा. यही तो रूल है. जब दो नंबर को या फिर मल्टीप्लाई किया जाए या फिर डिवाइड किया जाए तो उसका रूल क्या होता है, मल्टीप्लिकेशन या फिर डिवीजन के बाद जो रिजल्ट आता है वो किसके साथ इक्वल होगा, डिजिट नंबर जो लोएस्ट होगा. तो लोएस्ट 2. सो द आंसर विल हैव 2 डिजिट्स. हेयर 4, 1 2 3 4 5 1 2. This is the right answer. This is 1 2 3. So option C is the right answer. Okay, it has 2 digits, it has 3 digits, so result have 2 digits. This is the rule. Next, 52. A screw gauge gives the following readings when used to measure the diameter of a wire. Main scale reading 0 mm, circular scale reading 52 divisions. Given that 1 millimeter on a main scale corresponds to 100 divisions on the circular scale, the diameter of the wire from the above data is, options are given. Okay, we know the diameter formula. Diameter equals main scale reading plus circular scale reading into least count. This is the formula. So we know main scale reading how much, 0 plus, but the answer is in semi, so we have to write in semi. This is 0, so it doesn't matter. Circular scale reading is 52. Okay, least count, what do you mean by least count? Least count means screw pitch by number of divisions in circular scale. Number of division in circular scale are 100. So 100. And screw pitch is 1 millimeter. Okay, 1 millimeter. So the answer is 0.01 millimeter, but the answer is in centimeter, so we convert it into centimeter. So divided by 10, so it will be 0.001 centimeter. Okay, least count screw pitch by number of divisions in circular scale. 1 millimeter least count, divisions 100, so 1 millimeter by 100, 0.01 millimeter. 0 point divided by 10, so it convert into centimeter, because we have the answers options in centimeter unit. So put it 0.001, so we can write it 0.052 centimeter. This is the answer, 0.052 centimeter. Option D is the correct answer. Okay, 53. Time interval measured by a clock give the following readings: 1.25 second, 1.24 second, 1.27 second, 1.21 second, and 1.28 second. What is the percentage relative error of the observations? Options are given. So first calculate the mean. 1.25 plus 1.24 plus 1.27, 1.21, 1.28 divided by number 5. Okay, so 1.2, 1.2, 1.2, 1.2, everything 1.2. Number 5, 4, 9, 7, 16, 1, 17, 8, 25, 25 by 5, 5. Okay, so 1.25 second. Now calculate mean absolute error, delta T inverse. How to find it? This is T inverse. Just do this. Mod of 1.25. I am writing the formula: T dash minus T1, T dash minus T2, so you can understand easily. T dash minus T3. These are the mods. T dash minus T4, T dash minus T5 divided by 5. Okay, so we can write it. T dash means 1.25 minus T1, 1.25 equals 0, plus 1.25 minus 1.24, 0.01, plus 1.25 minus 1.27 minus 0.02, but mod, so 0.02 only, plus 1.25 minus 1.21, 0.04. Okay, plus 1.25 minus 1.2, 0.03 divided by 5. Okay, so 0.1, 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 7, 7, 10. So 0.1 by 5, so 0.02 second. Okay, so T inverse and delta T inverse हो गया. अब डायरेक्ट फार्मूला परसेंटेज रिलेटिव एरर का क्या है? फार्मूला डेल्टा टी इनवर्स बाय टी इंटू 100. दिस इज द फार्मूला, डेल्टा टी डैश बाय टी डैश इंटू 100. Okay, mean absolute error, this is just mean. So delta t inverse means 0.02 by t means mean 1.25 into 100, 2 by 1.25. If we divided this 2 by 1.25, it will be 1 point something, so answer will be 1 point something. Where is 1 point something? 1.6. This is the answer. Okay, first पहले मीन निकालो, उसके बाद मीन एब्सोल्यूट एरर, फिर रिलेटिव एरर. ओके, नेक्स्ट 54. लेट्स ट्राई 54. A screw gauge has least count of 0.01 millimeter. There are 50 divisions in its circular scale. The pitch of the screw gauge, we know least count equals screw pitch by number of divisions in circular on circular scale. This is the formula. Least count equals screw pitch by number of divisions on circular scale. Number of divisions on circular scale. Least count is 0.01 millimeter. Screw pitch निकालना है. We have to calculate it by number of divisions is 50. So if we multiply it, we get 0.5 millimeter. So the answer is 0.5 millimeter screw pitch. 0.5. Option B is the right answer. Next. Okay. Taking into account of the significant figures, what is the value of 9.99 meter minus 0.099 meter? We don't need any kind of calculation. Just remember the rules. इसका रूल क्या था, थोड़ा याद करने की कोशिश करो. एडिशन या फिर सब्सट्रैक्शन का रूल क्या था? हमको कहाँ पर देखना है? पॉइंट के बाद कितना डिजिट? 2, 1 2. यहाँ पर पॉइंट के बाद कितना डिजिट? 1 2 3 4. सो सब्सट्रैक्ट करके जो आंसर मिलेगा उसका डिजिट कितना होगा डेसिमल के बाद? 2. जो कम होता है उससे इक्वल होता है आंसर. ओके, हियर आफ्टर डेसिमल हमको कहाँ पर देखना है? आफ्टर डेसिमल. कब? जब यहाँ पर एडिशन हो या फिर सब्सट्रैक्शन. ओके, डिविजन्स और मल्टीप्लिकेशन के लिए पूरा ही देखना होगा, वहाँ पर सिग्निफिकेंट फिगर देखना है पूरा, बट यहाँ पर पूरा देखना नहीं है, हमको सिर्फ डेसिमल के बाद देखना है. यहाँ पर पॉइंट के बाद 2 डिजिट्स, यहाँ पर पॉइंट के बाद 4 डिजिट्स. सो मिनिमम इज 2, सो आंसर विल बी 2 आफ्टर decimal. So after decimal 2, this is the right answer. After decimal 3, 1, 3 digits, 1 digits, 4 digits. After decimal you have to look after decimal. After decimal 2, after decimal 3, after decimal 1, after decimal 4. So answer is after decimal 2. This is the right answer. Okay, next question. The main scale. The main scale of a vernier calipers has n divisions per semi. N divisions of the vernier scale coincide with n minus 1 divisions of main scale. The least count of the vernier calipers. Least count of vernier calipers equals 1 minus. You have to 1 main scale division. 1 MSD. ये महेंद्र सिंह धोनी नहीं, 1 MSD main scale division. Okay, you have to write here कम बाय ज़्यादा. दिस इज द शॉर्ट फॉर्म, कम बाय ज़्यादा. यहाँ पर एक ऐसा लाइन होगा जहाँ पर क्या होगा, जब वर्नियर स्केल का डिविजन्स मेन स्केल का डिविजन्स इक्वल हो रहा है, जो कोइंसाइड कर रहा है, ऐसा कुछ होगा. यहाँ पर देखो n डिविजन्स ऑफ द वर्नियर, n माइनस 1 डिविजन्स ऑफ द मेन स्केल कोइंसाइड. तो यू हैव टू राइट कम बाय ज़्यादा. ऊपर होगा मेन स्केल डिविजन्स, नीचे होगा वर्नियर स्केल डिविजन्स, और ऊपर होगा मेन स्केल डिविजन्स, नीचे वर्नियर स्केल डिविजन्स. या फिर ऐसे भी याद रख सकते हो कम बाय ज़्यादा. ये याद रखने का सबसे क्या बोले इजी तरीका, कम बाय ज़्यादा. 1 माइनस कम बाय ज़्यादा. ओके, कौन सा कम बाय ज़्यादा? जहाँ पर देखना जब मेन स्केल डिवीजन और वर्नियर स्केल डिवीजन कोइंसाइड कर रहा है, वो डिविजन्स लेना है. तो कम बाय ज़्यादा, तो बोलो n माइनस 1 कम है या फिर n कम? कौन सा ज़्यादा है, n और n माइनस 1? सो n इज़ ज़्यादा, सो कम बाय ज़्यादा. सो नीचे n, ऊपर n माइनस 1. नीचे n कम, ज़्यादा, ऊपर n माइनस 1. फिर से रिपीट कर रहा हूँ, 1 माइनस कम बाय ज़्यादा इंटू 1 मेन स्केल डिवीजन. 1 माइनस कम बाय ज़्यादा मेन स्केल डिविजन्स बाय वर्नियर स्केल डिविजन्स, और 1 माइनस कम बाय ज़्यादा. कम मतलब n माइनस 1, ज़्यादा n, सो n माइनस 1 बाय n. ओके, इन 1 मेन स्केल डिविजन. सो वी कैन राइट n माइनस n माइनस 1 इंटू 1 MSD, 1 मेन स्केल डिविजन, n डिविजन्स पर सेमी. देखो मेन स्केल ऑफ ए वर्नियर स्केल्स हैज n डिविजन्स पर सेमी. इसका मतलब n डिविजन equals 1 semi, but we need one main scale division, 1 divisions, so 1 division will be 1 by n semi, yes or no? So we have to write here 1 by n minus n 0, 1 by n, so 1 by n square, n and n square, here n minus n cancel out, so 1. Okay, this is the right answer. 1 by n square, this is the right answer. 1 by कम by ज़्यादा in one main scale division. Here n divisions is per semi. इसका मतलब क्या है? n divisions equal 1 semi. So 1 division will be 1 by n semi. So you have to put it here. 1 MSD, 1 main scale division is equals 1 by n semi. Okay? So this is the right answer. 57. In an experiment, the percentage error occurred in the measurement of physical quantities A, B, C, and D are 1%, 2%, 3%, and 4% respectively. The maximum percentage error in the measurement of X, where X equals A square, B to the power half, C to the power 1/3, D cube will be. Options are given. इस मैथ को वैसे करने की मत कोशिश करना. कैसे? जो डेल्टा एक्स बाई एक्स इंटू 100, 2 डेल्टा, उतना झमेला करने की कोई ज़रूरत नहीं. सिर्फ यूज़ दिस ट्रिक, पावर इनटू परसेंटेज, you will have the answer. This is the short trick, power multiplied by percentage. Here power of A is 2, percentage of A 1, power of B half, percentage of B 2, power of C 1/3, percentage of C 3, power of D 3, percentage of D 4. Now 2 plus 1 3 plus 1 4, 3 into 4 12, 12 plus 4 16%. So answer is option C. Just do this, power multiplied by percentage plus power multiplied by percentage plus power multiplied by percentage. You can do this kind of math in this formula. Okay, next 58. A student measured the diameter of a small steel ball using a screw gauge of least count 0.001 semi. The main scale reading is 5 millimeter. Screw pitch this is, and the zero of circular scale division coincide with 25 divisions above the reference level. If screw gauge has zero error of minus 0.004 semi, the correct diameter of the ball is, options are given. We know diameter equals main scale reading plus circular scale reading multiplied by least count. If there is an error, then minus error. Okay, this is the formula. Main scale reading is, the main scale reading 5 millimeter, but the answer is in centimeter, so you have to convert it millimeter from centimeter. Divide by 10, so we get 0.5 plus circular scale reading 25 into least count 0.001 minus error. एरर माइनस हो या फिर प्लस हो, उससे कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता. यू हैव टू माइनस एरर. यहाँ पर माइनस लिखना पड़ेगा. इट डजेंट मैटर द एरर इज माइनस और प्लस, यू हैव टू राइट माइनस हेयर. ओके, द एरर इज माइनस 0.004. everything is centimeter. Okay, next 0.5, 0.0259, 0. So if we add this, we get 0. 0.529 option D is the right answer. Okay, main scale reading, circular scale reading, circular scale divisions, circular scale reading. Okay, list count, error. Okay, next 59. Try this. 59. In an experiment, 4 quantities A, B, C, D are measured with the percentage error 1%, 2%, 3%, and 4% respectively. Quantity P is calculated. P equals A cube B square by CD. Error in P is, just use that trick, power multiplied by percentage. So the answer is, okay, हो गया. चलो देखो, power of A 3, power of percentage 1, power of B 2, percentage of B 2, power of C 1, कुछ नहीं मतलब कितना पावर 1, percentage 3, power of D कुछ नहीं मतलब 1, percentage 4. So we get 3 plus 4 7 7 14%. So answer is 14%. Okay, power multiplied by percentage, this is the formula. Next, a student measures the distance traversed in free fall of a body initially at rest in a given time. He uses this data to estimate g, the acceleration due to gravity. If the maximum percentage errors in measurements of the distance and the time are e1 and e2 respectively, the percentage error in the estimation of g is options are given. E1 minus e2 minus e1, e1 plus 2e2, e1 plus e2, e1 minus 2e1. We know the relation between time and distance. There are three formula. S equals ut plus half at square, v square equals u square plus 2s, v equals u plus at. This is the relation between velocity and time, relation between velocity and distance, relation between distance and time. So we have to use this. So here distance s, initially at rest u equals 0. If u 0, then this is 0. A you have to a के जगह g लिख दो क्योंकि फ्री फॉल हो रहा है. फ्री फॉल मतलब कि acceleration equals acceleration due to gravity g. Now we have to calculate g. So g will be 2s by t square. You can write s here h, you can write also h, same. Okay, you can write this 2h by t square. Now del g by g into 100 will be 2 constant हटा दो h, so del h by h plus power is 2 del t by t into 100. अरे ए भी नहीं ज़रूरत था, ये तो खामा का कर दिया. चलो शॉर्ट ट्रिक यूज़ करते हैं. चलो h का पावर कितना 1 परसेंटेज कितना, h मतलब डिस्टेंस का परसेंटेज कितना है, डिस्टेंस का परसेंटेज e1 प्लस t का पावर 2, टाइम का परसेंटेज, वेयर इज टाइम का परसेंटेज e2. सो दिस इज द आंसर e1 प्लस 2e2. समझ में आया? e1 प्लस 2e2, ऑप्शन बी इज द राइट आंसर. ओके, फ्रॉम दिस इक्वेशन राइट g इक्वल्स 2h by t square. Now use power multiplied by percentage. Power 1 percentage e1, power 2 percentage e2. So the right answer is e1 plus 2e2. 61. If the error in the measurement of radius of a sphere is 2%, then the error in the determination of volume of the sphere will be options are given. We know volume v equals 4 by 3 pi r cube. Yes or no? We have to find error in volume given in radius. So the formula power multiplied by percentage. The power of radius r is 3, the percentage is 2, so the option is 6%. Option B is right answer. Okay, volume percentage of power of r 3, percentage 2. The density of a cube is measured by measuring its mass and length of its sides. If the maximum error in the measurement of mass and length are 4%, 3% respectively, the maximum error in the measurement of density will be, options are given. We know density equals mass by volume, but here mass percentage are given, but volume, यहाँ पर वॉल्यूम कुछ नहीं बताया है, सिर्फ लेंथ बोला है कि 30%. लेंथ का परसेंटेज 33%, सॉरी. सो वी हैव टू राइट द वॉल्यूम इन टर्म्स ऑफ लेंथ. वी नो फॉर क्यूब वॉल्यूम इक्वल्स साइड क्यूब एल क्यूब. यस और नो? Now use the short trick. Power of mass 1, power of mass, percentage of mass 4, power of side L is 3, percentage of length is 3. So the answer is 3394, 13%. 13%, option D is the right answer. Okay, mass by volume. Volume is not given, side is given, so we write m by L cube. L is side, so mass, power of mass is 1, percentage 4, power of side 3, percentage 3, so the answer is 13%. Next, same questions. The percentage error in the measurement of mass and speed are 2%, 3% respectively. The error in the kinetic energy obtained by measuring mass and speed will be, options are given. Try this. कितना आ रहा है देखो, देखो देखो कितना हो रहा है, कौन सा आंसर सही होगा? वी नो काइनेटिक एनर्जी K इक्वल्स की हाफ mv स्क्वायर, m इज मास, v इज स्पीड, सो द आंसर वुड बी power of mass 1, percentage of mass is 2 mass, plus power of speed 2, percentage of speed 3, so the answer is 368%. Option C is the right answer. Next, try this. In a vernier calipers, n divisions of vernier scale coincide with n minus 1 divisions of main scale, in which length of one division is 1 millimeter. It means the main scale division, one main scale division is 1 millimeter. The least count of the instrument should be n semi, n minus 1 semi, 1 minus 10, 1 by 10 semi, n minus 1 semi. So which is the right answer? We know least count of vernier calipers 1 minus कम by ज़्यादा into 1 MSD, yes or no? 1 main scale division, 1 minus कम by ज़्यादा, तो क्या करना पड़ेगा? कम n and n minus 1, so कौन सा ज़्यादा है? n ज़्यादा, तो n नीचे, कम ऊपर, so n minus n minus 1, 1 MSD, 1 main scale divisions. One main scale divisions, one division is 1 millimeter, but the answer is in centimeter, so we have to write in centimeter. So 1 millimeter equals 0.1 centimeter, yes or no? 0.1 centimeter. N cancel out, so 1 by n, 0.1 means 1 by 10, so 1 by 10 and centimeter. This is the right answer. Option C is right. Okay. यहाँ पर एक चीज़ फिर से बताना चाहूँगा, वो है जो 12, 17, 19 जो मैथ्स, जो न्यूमेरिकल्स हमने किया, जो MCQ हमने किया, वहाँ पर देखो मैंने एक शॉर्ट ट्रिक यूज़ किया, जैसे कि फोर्स, एक्सेलरेशन, टाइम, आई हैव टू, मैंने इन टर्म्स ऑफ दिस आई हैव टू राइट द डायमेंशन ऑफ एनर्जी, तो आई हैव यूज ए शॉर्ट ट्रिक. बट अगर तुम्हें ऐसा लगता है कि वो शॉर्ट ट्रिक हार्ड है मेरे लिए, तो जो नॉर्मल प्रोसेस होता है टू द पावर x टू द पावर y टू द पावर y z, वैसे भी दिखाता हूँ एक. ओके, वैसे भी एक देख लो ये कैसे होता है अगर मैं x y z टर्म्स के करना चाहूँ तो. माई हिंदी इज़ लाइक उड़ी बाबा, धीरे धीरे फ्लुएंसी आ जाएगा, सो नो प्रॉब्लम, थोड़ा सा मैनेज कर लो, हंस लो, इन्जॉय कर लो. ओके, ठीक है. तो देखो द प्रोसेस आई यूज्ड अर्लियर इज वी नीड एनर्जी, so energy is equivalent to work, so work means force into displacement, yes or no? Force, we know displacement by time square equals acceleration into time square, so force, this is acceleration, this is time, so answer is fa t square. This is how we derived this. Okay, but you think no, I need the general way. जनरल वे जो है ना, जो एक्स वाई जेड करके, वैसे भी एक दिखाता हूँ, देख लो कैसे करते हैं. तो सपोज एनर्जी वेरीजेस, व्हाट कैन वी राइट? एफ टू द पावर एक्स, ए टू द पावर वाई, टी टू द पावर जेड, एस और नो? सो दिस इज एम एल स्क्वायर टी इनवर्स टू एफ एम एल टी इनवर्स टू पावर एक्स, ए मीन्स acceleration, L t inverse to y, t z. Now write m to the power x, L to the power x plus y, t to the power minus 2x minus 2y plus z, m L square t inverse 2. Just compare both sides. M to the power x, here m to the power 1. Next, L to the power x plus y, here L to the power 2. X means 1, 1 plus y equals 2, so y equals minus 1 or only 1. So x will be 1, y will be 1. x1 y1 x1 y1 x1, so a नहीं होगा कि यहाँ पर y के -1 है, y का जो पावर है ना, y जो है यहाँ पर कि -1 है, तो ये तो इस तीनों में से कोई एक सही होगा. तो 2 हो गया. नंबर 3 देखो, -2x minus 2y plus z equals कितना? -2. Here x equals 1, so -2. Here y equals 1, -2 plus z equals -2. Okay, -2 cancel, so z equals 2. So z equals 2. So x1 y1 z2 112 112. This is the right answer. Okay, this is how can derive this. But this is a long process, so I use this short trick. Okay, तुम्हें जो अच्छा लगे, जो इजी लगे वो करो, तुम्हारी मर्जी, जो सूट करे खुद से वही करो. ठीक है, तो आज यही समाप्त करता हूँ इस वीडियो को. तो सब सुस्त रहे, अच्छा रहे, पढ़ाई करते रहे. थैंक यू सो मच.